Hi, it's Ashley Brockington from Losing It with Sam and Ash and leader of Team Thrive. Today we're going to talk about like pages, Facebook business like pages, how to set them up, what your cover photo should look like, what you should put for different parts of the about page, and even how to make your first ad to get more likes. So I hope this is helpful. Here we go.
Let's get into it. Okay, so we are going to be learning about like pages and even just your regular Facebook page. Now, I am actually working myself on doing a lot of improvements on it. So your personal page, first of all, your personal page, your profile page, what you've got now, you might need to go ahead and improve that. And this should really be not selling Shakeology, but more just who you are, so that if anybody came for an instant glance, they would be able to get an idea. Okay, so, and I want to update this. This is not exactly what I want. I've changed my brand. I want to change this a little bit. This is more kind of like romantic, dreamy, and I'm kind of, decided I'm going after a powerful, bold market of women. So I'm going to be changing this. But to kind of give you an idea, I've got a quote that kind of sums out how I feel. I specifically picked a font that's really important to me. And it just goes with the brand. So you don't want to just pick any font or any look. It needs to blend. And you need to take their eye on a journey. Your profile picture, light, bright, or white. You want to do that kind of look so that it grabs people's eyes, because when they're scrolling down, if they see something that's, people have, these are all Beachbody coaches, so they've got great profile pictures. But, when you see it's like someone's cat or like two of their kids, and you just are thinking, I don't know. How would they help me? You know what I mean? How they're not going to be able to do anything to really help. So you need to really realize that this is it's kind of like going to a party or a play date and dressing to where you feel confident, and you would, if somebody had a question about something, or somebody that was really like you, like the same things as you, that they would want to come up to you. They would identify with you right away by the way you dressed, and that kind of thing. This is, your personal brand. Okay, so you need to have a mission. How you want to help people, okay? Are you helping them with their fitness and weight loss? Are you helping them change their lives through the business opportunity? What makes you special? What makes you stand out? What does all of this mean to other people, and what are you trying to do? Everything you post, especially that's up here, needs to really go with that. People need to know exactly who you are and what you are trying to do. Everything that you communicate in your profile and in all of your posts needs to be about your why. Okay? Sam is part of my why, and I'm trying to bring him into my brand. Sometimes I post when I really need to, and I do it to reinforce my branding. So it isn't part of my why, but you need to have a reason why you're posting anything. This one might be good to attract mom market, but it also was part of my branding colors: the pink, the yellow, the blue, the pops of color. So sometimes I post pretty things just to reinforce. You see I've got some yellow, coral, and blue, and black and white are my colors. Try to get in good light. Same thing. I've got that pink and that blue. Reinforces a healthy lifestyle, asking a poll about things, giving a shout out to my coach. I made a graphic, pink and yellow, tagged it with my Facebook like page. So, okay, here's some rants. You don't want to, that's not good. Shouldn't have done that. So here's a picture of me and the challenge winner. Just ran into him in the hallway. So you can see like my feed, my personal feed, is almost all about Beachbody stuff. It's not saying Beachbody, Beachbody, Beachbody. Now when I was at Summit, there was more stuff. But I really try to make it like show how this opportunity has infused my life. and then promote my brand. And my brand, I mean, is happy, want to be inspirational, motivational. I use the colors coral, yellow, bright blue, and then I use black and white as much as I can. Because when people scroll or when anything comes up, I want them to think Ashley Brockington, Ashley Brockington. Or I want them to go shopping and I want them to think Ashley Brockington would like that. Ashley Brockington, oh, well, what would Ashley Brockington be eating? Oh, well, you know what? I need to ask Ashley Brockington if we can, I need to do that workout thing. So I sound like crazy, like I want people to be obsessed with me. No, I just want to come first to their mind when their need comes to their mind. I feel like I need to lose weight. I should contact Ashley. I see something blue. I should contact Ashley Brockington. Man, this isn't healthy. I see the color coral. Oh, I bet Ashley Brockington could help me with her health. Do you see how it's triggers? Music can be a trigger. Fonts can be a trigger. Color can be a trigger. Style can be a trigger. Words can be a trigger. Language, the way you talk about things. All of those things. So basically you are creating through your personal page and your like page, Instagram, anything, you are creating a series of triggers. You're telling people what you're about, who you are, what your struggle is, the different success you found, where your failures are, how you can help them. And then you're using visual or sensory triggers that tie what you offer to things that they see all the time. So this, I hope that kind of explains personal pages. And Simon Sinek, his Start With Why, is really, really good to listen to. And I mean, if you don't have a why, then you're just, why are you doing this? You're being aimless. Okay, something else you want to change, edit this, and you want to not be working at Beachbody. You want to be working at your like page. So see that? I'm a coach at Losing It with Sam and Ash. So now they can like it, and it goes up here. Does that make sense? We want to work at where our like page is. You also need to really think about, what are your fears? What's holding you back? Is it rejection, that you're not going to lose weight, that your parents won't support you? And then what are your dreams that won't happen if you don't break that fear? Because you have to break the fear to get to your dreams. You're not just going to live this fearful, held back life. Nobody that is extraordinary lets fear bind them. So if you want extraordinary dreams, you have to extraordinarily just get good at slashing all your fear. Because every day we all have fear. We all have that awful little voice in our head telling us that we're not good enough, we can't, I'm tired, I want to give up, this isn't worth it, people are going to hate me, people are getting annoying, I've come to the end of my rope, I've run out of everybody I can ask, I'm just not good enough. It happens every single day in my head. And you have to just say, no. What can I do that I know is right to just move in the right direction? So get rid of the fear. It's not worth it. The better you are at overcoming fears, the more successful you will be. Okay, along these same lines, you don't want to lead with, I'm a Beachbody coach and I want to help you. That's what a lot of times we start with is, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach and I could help you. It needs to be more like, I am passionate about making people's lives better through health, fitness, and mentorship. I also happen to be a Beachbody coach, and if that's something that I could help you with, I would love to. Okay, you need to lead with the passion and the why and the reason. And then it's the products that are the secondary thing. It's you helping them that is the primary thing. And if you think about this, so we get so hung up on our audience and it is our audience that's important, but social media and that kind of stuff. Martin Luther King had no Facebook, and yet he had so many people come to his I Have a Dream speech because he figured out his why and he shared his passion, not his plan. He wasn't this is what we're going to do to get rid of injustice and racism. No, he shared his passion, his dreams. He shared his dreams. And that is what drew people. That is why so many people showed up to hear him speak, to march with him. It's because he shared his passion, not his plan first. Nobody cares about the plans or the ingredients. What they care about is what they see in your character, your passion, how much they can trust you. You want to add a description in your profile picture too. Okay, so you can see I just changed my description in here, and I have my Facebook like page hooked up. I have my email hooked up, and I really should have, like an application. If you're interested in starting like our new accountability group here, if you're interested in joining me on this business, here is the application for that. And I use Wufoo forms. So what I found is it's so worth it to just get these Wufoo forms, because I have one for a bit about you. That's the end of Smart Start for my coaches to fill out, business mentorship one, and a one for a challenge group. And so once I fill it out, then I just go here and I get the link, and then I can paste it in wherever. So I'm going to do one application for business opportunity and one for the challenge group opportunity, because ideally we want to get everything in such a flow that we are posting applications and people are coming to us through applications and our phone dings and we have an application because it's out there. All right, so let's dive into your business page. And I want you, by the end of the month, I want you to set up your personal page to look better and your business page. So to do a business page, you're going to click over here and it's going to say create page. All right, and so you're going to say that you're a local business. Okay, and then it's going to take you through the steps to set it up. Now, I set mine up in about 5 minutes because I needed to run an ad and I didn't have time to do it how I would want it. But ideally what you would do is, you're going to tell your story in the About section. Now, I link back right now to my personal page because I like people on my personal page because then they get to see more. It's more organic reach. You can move some of the different parts around later, but basically what we want to concentrate on here is the cover photo and the main timeline photo. So this is a business page. So you don't want, unless your brand is a family brand, which I'm changing this, but it will have my kids just a little bit because that is part of my brand. Unless it's that, you need to narrow down on what you are offering people so that when they come to this page, they know exactly what they're getting. It's your business. It's what you're offering them. It needs to be high quality. So like I said, I slapped this up, but I'm going to change this profile. It needs to be light, bright, or white. It's going to be Sam and I, only because Sam is going to be working the business with me. If it is not you and your husband working the business together actively, like long term, just put you and just use your name unless you really hate your last name. If Sam, I didn't need him to work this with me long term, I would have done Ashley Brockington Fitness. Okay, so that's why we did something different. But otherwise, you want to use your name. You want to use a clear, great headshot of yourself. If you don't have a lighter or can't get professional pictures, then get in window light and put the window light directly in front of you. And the camera, so it's window, then camera, and then you. And so I want to show you, these are the different profile pictures that I think this is the one that Sam and I are going to use. we took a bunch of them, but I think this is the one that we're going to use. It's hard doing one together. I did some that I could use alone. And then we are going to, these are some pictures we took them, edit together, and basically we're going to have, you'll see this probably by the time this is up and you're watching this, we're going to have him jumping here, me jumping over here, and we're going to have some type of button, looks like a button that says click here for a free ebook on how to look great in pictures. And so we're going to direct them to this ebook where they're going to click, give us their email, we send them the download automatically, and then we've got them in an email list, and then we can start saying, hey, I hope you loved the book. Tell us what questions you have and what's one thing you learned. Go here onto our page and hashtag it one thing I learned. So what's that going to do? Get people on your email list to come back to your page, like it, start engaging, get your engagements up. And then the next email would be, I hope you like the downloadable book. For those of you who want more, we're introducing a 10-part video series where we explain each point. We've got, part 1 up right now. Right now we've got 2 parts up. Click here to, opt into the video series. We give them something else of huge value. Then it would be, all right, you've got looking good on camera, down. Now it's time to feel great on the inside too. We're running a online fitness and a health accountability group. We'd love you to be part of it. Click here to apply. And then it'd be, the next one would be like, here's some of the results from our fitness online accountability group. Looks like you missed out on this one, but we've got one starting next month. If you want to be on the waiting list, click here to get on the waiting list. But for those of you who, might be interested in what we do as online business coaches, come to the free webinar. So you see it's like this automated series of emails where they click, they get something free, they get your email. So that is the long term. The 2 points you're going to be using this like page for long term are to offer some type of freemium where people click on the picture, click on the freemium, they get a link, they give you your email, they get something, they download, and you just get them in this what's called a funnel system. That's 1 point. The other point is like pages you can pay for advertising, which is amazing. And that's really why you want them, because you may be thinking, I don't want to pay for advertising. But when you're making more money with Beachbody and you've got 25,000 followers, you're going to have a lot of reach. And it is going to be a lot easier to go and advertise, put up one of your ads and blast it to people that are exactly like your target market than it is to be and go and invite 1,000 people. So with this, once again, you need to tell your story, who you are. If you're fitness, it needs to look like fitness. If it's more business, it needs to look like more business. Sam and I are going for, and you can always change these pictures, we're going for kind of like more lifestyle and business. He's wearing a suit. I tried to wear something kind of pretty, but we're doing jumps to try to show athleticism. Maybe it won't work, but that's what we're trying because we want to focus more on business mentorship and lifestyle than just the fitness. So we will be posting all types of fitness and health, but we're trying to use the jumping movement to, show that and instead of like holding a weight like a lot of people do. Your posts need to be focused on 3 to 5 things. So mine will be basically like business and empowering people, our lifestyle, showing like when we went on good dates, not just like, oh, here's a picture of us eating dinner, but really try to show if this is how this has changed our lives, about fitness and exercise, health, recipes, tips, that kind of stuff. I'll share some of my faith, but usually like just giving God the credit and inspiration, and a lot of we'll try to share a lot of creative, interesting things that will build our engagement, because really what you want to do, and this is the reason it's great to have a like page too, is that it makes you really think, should I post this? This is all people that don't know you. Will they find this interesting? What if they unlike my page because they don't, it's not interesting to them? You always need to be thinking, if you're adding value when you post on a like page. And then I post it to my like page, and then I go over and post it to my private page, my public profile page most of the time. Why not? This page gets seen by like 6% of the people that are on it. Like, not a lot unless you pay for ads. You might be thinking again, I don't want to pay for ads, but let me tell you, you will. It might be a year from now, year and a half, 6 months, but you will. And like me, I was at the point where I was willing to pay for ads because I was busy, and I thought, well, you know what? What if an ad gets me a couple coaches for a sneak peek? Which it did. What if it happens? Well, I started at 0 likes, and now I'm at 477, and I think I've had this page up for a month or month and a half. I wish it was at thousands. I wish I had started this day one and just funneled my posts through it, double posted or triple Instagram, Facebook, and this. I wish I had done that because now when I'm ready, I would be getting a lot more for my money. So also, video does really, really well. Chalene in Build Your Tribe, one of her podcasts, which I totally recommend, she talks about priming your Facebook page for like the big event, whatever that is, a big ad or something like that, or a big video announcing something using videos. So you can find videos on YouTube that you want to share and go there and go to I use en.save.net, so you can download videos. You got to be careful with ones that have music because Facebook will not like that. They'll think you're copywriting. So you don't probably want to use ones with music. You can use things like there's an app called Party Party. There's an app called let's see what it's called. Just download. There's one called Dub Smash, where it like will have a quote from somebody or like an animal noise, and you like move your mouth like you're saying it, and so it's just funny, and people will click on it. That will go viral. There's one called PHHHOTO. It's like PAHHOTO, 3 H's. And I've been seeing Carl Deichler use that a lot, and it's kind of like a flip book type thing, stop motion videos. So those kinds of things will get clicks, and people will like that, and that will up your engagement. And so then Facebook will be like, every time this person posts a video, people love it, so we should start giving their videos more playtime. Does that make sense? So that's priming it. That's good to do for like all the time, but for like a week before you do something. It's great to try to get an ad approved with video, if something that's interesting or viral, and then in the text of the ad or your post, then talk about wanting to help people or inspire them. Like maybe it's like a cool war story. I mean, I probably wouldn't recommend a war story from my brand, but if it was like a guy's, and or maybe it's like a funny exercise video with girls, and you're like, girls do just want to have more fun. Like that's why I love, my team so much. It's so many like-minded girls. Like this is what a day in the life of, a online business coach looks like for my team. Something like that. So it looks like it's just a regular post, but you've got videos so they click on it while they're watching it, they're reading. If somebody contacts you through, this goes for anything, and they're like, hey, I want that 21-day fix or whatever, the first thing that would be great to say is just, how are you? To really show like, no, this is about you. How are you? Get a conversation going. Try to get them on the phone if you can, okay? So if somebody's interested, get them to fill out an application, find out more about them, how you can help them, and especially if they're interested in coaching at all, see how quickly you can get them on the phone, because it's so much worth your time talking to someone for 30 minutes to an hour that's really interested and could totally change their life and your life than, stringing it on with lots of conversations for a month or something. It's good when you do make an ad to make it at 8 or 9 p.m. at night so that it gets approved by the morning and is ready to roll. There's a good likelihood that a lot of ads will get disapproved, so don't get upset if they do. Just look at the reason why and just fix it, and it's a learning experience. Once an ad does go live, when you run an ad, And I understand if you don't want to run an ad now, I'm telling you, you just need to set this stuff up and really work on post engagement by putting great posts out there, things that people will want to share. That's the best way to get post engagement, is by putting things on there that people will share. But if you do run an ad or you're sharing things, you want to make sure that there's really good content the whole day, before and after the picture. Exercise routines, if it's your kids doing stuff with you, because if people come to your page for a second, you want them to like see what they see. It's also good when you're making your like page to make it a local brand, because then you can get reviews in time. And there's a lot more things you can even do with a lot of these different tabs. But for now, you need to really realize that the best thing you can do is this, because it's basically you're asking people, come here, and then you want them to stay here. So like I said, this is busy and I'm cleaning it up today. You'll be able to see it. But you want them to know exactly like who you are, what you do, be interested. Then you want them to scroll and think, oh, what's this? Oh, this looks interesting. Like these videos, these would be great to have a video that I think Amy Silverman has one tagged, and it's her talking about the business opportunity and how much she makes. I put this size one here, and I pinned it, and I even boosted it. It's got 17 shares. I did this because I wanted people to engage with my brand and spread the word. Here's an event I did. And like I said, like page without it being boosted has very small reach. But if you look on people like a fit nurse, Alyssa Shoemaker, or Anita Gets Fit, Anita Myron, they've got thousands and thousands of followers. You can see, let's actually go over there. So you always want to think, what would your cold audience like? So it's pretty, clean. She looks super happy. Talks about dream. Look, she's got this thing where it pops up too. Her family's right here. Here's a transformation picture. It's like, oh, well, she could do it. Maybe she could help me do that. Right here, she's got her email and her website in here. Click the banner for a free meal plan. Okay, see? I want a free meal plan. This is what they're doing, guys. Look, free meal plan. All right, she's going to put us into a squeeze list, to a funnel. That's the key. That's where the game is. That's where you need to have your head. So you need to sign up your like page, set it up, because you need to start growing your audience, okay? Keep growing your audience by putting better and better quality, lots of, she's also using Periscope, which is the next big thing too. Lots of video, lots of, look, see guys, all this video, top coach. Talking about size. She's got 2,000 views. I had 11 views, okay, because she has 52,000 followers. That's why you want to start now. See how it's all video? Okay, something else you can kind of see is you can see when people have boosted something or not. Like this one, it's got 3, or like 7 people that liked it. If you start, okay, it's scrolling a lot. Okay, so see how this one has 33 likes and all these people are giving her their email and a ton of comments? It's because she paid for this to be boosted as an ad. Like, yes, there are people that are going to be coming here just by themselves because it's she's got a large following, but she's also paying for this one to be boosted. So you deliver really high quality content all the time, and then once you have the money, then you would start, see, this one just has likes, no comments. Once you want to start playing the game, then you can start paying money to boosting your ads. And if you look, like I said, at Alyssa Shoemaker, a fit nurse, she does the same thing. You can tell which one she's paid to boost because there's a lot more comments and traction, and which one she hasn't. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to set up a ad for likes. Over on the right, so once you've got everything set up, then over on the right, you'll click and you're going to go to create ad. Now there are a lot of types of ways to create ads, and what you don't ever want to do is make a post and click boost post. That is the wrong way. You can create ads from posts, but you have to do that in something called the Power Editor, and if that's something you're interested in doing, then I would check out Amy Porterfield's podcast and also Chalene Johnson on Build Your Tribe, because they will tell you how, and as I learn and have success with it, I will also help you with that. So this is going to be creating an ad for likes. So we went over here and we pushed create an ad. And we're going to click on promote your page. We're going to choose our page. So you can name the campaign so you know what it is. And then we're going to choose an audience. So this is where it's just amazing. And you need to get really particular. I include Canada and the United States because why not? We can have coaches in Canada now. So I think it's great. Now, custom audience, we're not going to go into that, but just to paint a picture, I talked about giving away the freemium, building an email list. What you can do later on is once you have that email list, you can put it directly into this custom audience. You can build a custom audience that's saying, go straight to the, like, this is who I want you to market to my audience, my email list. Or you can say, I want you to create a lookalike audience from this email list. So that's why you want to collect emails for so many reasons. So now let's go to age. Usually it's good to do like a 10-year range when you're getting specific with call to action ads. If it's if it is an ad for likes, I think you can get a little bit broader. Oops, probably go to like 48. Actually, I'm going to do mine. I still think it's better to do it kind of narrow because ideally, eventually, like the idea is, oops, not that narrow. You get people into your page, you talk to them, they directly see your coaching post or they directly see your challenge post, they become a challenger, they become a coach. So that's really what you want. So when I run some ads, I narrow it way down and do like 25 to 34 or something like that. So I don't usually use demographics, but you can say like they need to be college educated. They need to, be a mom, that kind of thing. So if mom market is your market, and you need to make sure it is, because I thought mine was, and I don't think mine is necessarily. A lot of mine are, but a lot of mine aren't. So you need to don't do demographics unless you know it's a mom, but you can start putting interest. And I wouldn't do like weightlifting, something you need to get real specific. Like if you wanted them to be into fitness already, then they might like Jillian Michaels. And you want to keep this target over here to like 100,000 to 1 million. So this is over 1 million. So something you can do to help with that is, let's say you wanted people that were like Jillian Michaels. You can go to here in the search bar and you can put pages liked by people. Actually, I'm going to say by women. Pages liked by women who liked Jillian Michaels. Okay. Because it was pretty a large audience when I just put in Jillian Michaels, and we want to narrow it down. So when you're doing this, when you're adding the interests, it's basically like adding Facebook pages, and every time you add one, it's not a people who like Jillian Michaels and Chipotle. It's who like this or. So it's adding to people. And like I said, I mean, for like pages, it's okay if it's bigger, but I mean, you really want this to be, if any of you heard my gumball analogy, machine analogy, you've got a gumball machine and all you like is pink gumballs, well then just fill the machine with pink gumballs. Stop filling with all the other different colors. I mean, sure, you might not know you're missing out on a flavor or a color, and it's not bad to have it in there, but you might as well just put more of the type of people you want to work with in the flow, and you do that by being picky and just narrowing down, because you really can say, so I mean, these get real specific, you know, Biggest Loser, Shanti, okay, I don't know what Gravitopia is, Modern Vintage Boutique, Fabletics, like this might be something that's narrowing it down a little bit. You can see Lindsay Matway, Hungry Girl, you might want to check into this. Maybe this is where somebody that would like Jillian Michaels might be. Lolly Wally Doodle. You know, big brands like TJ Maxx are just huge. IKEA, it's going to be really hard to get somebody specific. You know, is the Pioneer Woman, are you posting a lot of, like I can see Beth doing well with this audience. Are you posting a lot of recipes and like Southern recipes? Do you have kind of like that really pretty at-home type feel to your brand? Well, then Pioneer Woman, her followers, and Reed Drummond, and you know, that kind of stuff. What about Color Run, or like your people real hardcore and into that kind of stuff? That, you know, think about this kind of thing. Paula Deen. Try to get the more smaller brands you can get, the better. And then if you need to narrow it down too, like you really feel like, no, this interest is really good, then you can, see, I didn't have women. I needed just women. And this is going to narrow it down a lot. Oh, no, it didn't. I guess men just don't like her. But if you narrow down age, then that's going to help get you a smaller number. Because basically, there we go. So basically, we want our money being used really well and having a really good specific target. And you can put 3 or 4 of these. I find that after I get like 3 or 4, my number gets so huge. So like if you didn't want to do her, she has 4 million, then you could do a couple smaller ones that you think. But it's pretty fun because you can split test too. Like you can run one ad and then you can do, say, like copy ad, run the exact same ad, but change your market a little bit, and you'll see which ones respond better. Behaviors, I don't use behaviors either, but you can. And I don't use categories. Only people not connected with with Sam and Ash, because I want them to like my page. Daily budget, you can do $5 or $10 dollars. You can do 20, 50, 100, 200. I mean, if you do $250, you're going to get a lot more likes on your page than if you do, you know, $10. And some people just run like $5 or $10 a day. Some people will put like $250 in for 1 day or 2 day. You don't want it to be running continuously, because then you'll just keep getting charged. You want to do a start and end date. You want to, let's see, you're going to be paying less if you pay for clicks. And then for clicks, they suggest 9 cents. So you can usually be like, sometimes people go for half of what the suggested one is, or you can go, a little bit over. And then you can just name your ad set. So it could be like likes, ad for page likes, plus do like, and I would probably put like Jillian Michaels and put kind of just the descriptor so I could see it real quickly. Now we're going to use an image or images. You'll click there and you'll add those. And then this is going to show you what the text is going to say. And you want to ask them to like it something like needed inspiration to ignite your life. Click here, click like for a daily dose of motivation. The ad that you create needs to be 1200 by 627 pixels. 1200 by 627 pixels. And you can upload, like I said, up to 3 images and split test them, because then you'll know which one does best. And then if one's not performing well, you can pause it or stop it, and then you can pour more money into the other one that is doing better, or just keep the budget the same so that you're really maximizing your results. I suggest removing the right side column one, but you don't have to. Some people say it's good, but most people that I've heard say it's not good. So now we've got it coming up on your desktop news feed and looking like that, mobile news feed. And it doesn't have to be, it can be a picture of your page, or it can be, you can do another ad, a second ad or third like picture for the ad where it's not, like it's just a profile picture of you, or maybe it's one you get from stock images that don't steal one. You'd have to buy one that it just looks more like fitness related or whatever you want your page to be about. But you go through that and you just click place order. And then you can see how ads are doing by going to manage ads. And so I didn't actually place this one. But so the reason you're doing ads is because it's basically like saying, hey, all these cool invites I'm doing and public posts and that kind of stuff? What if I could show this only to people that were nurses, that were also moms, that also liked Honest Baby diapers, or Jillian Michaels, that lived in South Carolina and, were in the market for a car soon, or whatever. What if you could only show your ad to those people? Like, that's what you can do. So it's very, very cool. And like I said, don't freak out if you don't have the money now, because this is a long-term goal, and you're going to wish you had 2 things. You're going to wish you had the audience build up, the likes on your page, and you're going to wish that you had been disciplining yourself to think about posting better value, more in line with your brand, because it's just a really good training exercise, because we've trained ourselves for years to put whatever out there onto our profile page. So we have to retrain our brains and say, no, I'm a brand. What am I putting? So then the profile page that you have becomes a conglomeration of better family pictures and better pictures of you and your life, and the best of your lifestyle, the best of your business and your brand. And so you get to use it that way. Here's kind of what it looks like back where you have manage ads. I want to show you, I am running, let's see. Where is it? I guess it's right here. So this is where my event ads are, and I'm going to change some of the pictures because I don't think it's doing great, but I have an ad set, and these all have to do with my events. And then I tried different things. I tried different types of interests, and I tried different, so like this one, I put a huge audience, it was like millions, and I got 0 responses. And then with this, I made it really narrow. I targeted people who like Lauren Conrad, Tina Fey, and Tone It Up. And the Tone It Up Girls one, it had like 20 different types of interests. And so yeah, this one I did that, and then I uploaded 2 different pictures. And so I get to see that the one picture I used and this one, I got 2 event responses and I'm paying $2.40 for a response. And that's like, oh, $2.40 for a response. Well, the better you get at this and the better you are at attracting people, making conversation, keeping them, getting them into a sneak peek. If I end up paying $2.40 for someone to become a coach, that's nothing. So you're not going to be good at this right away. I'm not good at it right away. I'm teaching you what I know so you can start practicing too. But it's pretty cool that you can see which audience is doing better. And if you had an audience that just did great, then you know that you can keep marketing to that same audience in all different types of ways. So I sincerely hope that this has helped you. Right now, I'm by no means an expert, but I intend to be an expert. And so I'm teaching you what I know now, and that is to really clean up your feed, your profile up here, and work on getting likes. And you can go, once you're in your like page, you can invite all of your friends, and you can share it too. So once I change my profile top, you'll be seeing me inviting all my friends again. And I'll probably do that once a month to try to get just more and more likes, because you really want at least 1,000 before you start running ads. But it takes a while. So I hope this helps. I'm excited to see what you are doing and hopefully just improve this area of our business together.